Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will put toe to leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bowman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. Down at the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the offense on first down. Here we go. He'll ride his man on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Looking for a block. It's McDowell.
The returner brings it out to the 32. And the South Carolina offense will take over. First and 10.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. The give from the gun. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Sellers. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
Man, the defense did a great job. Understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. Fourth and short, that means decision time. Or, for us, green light. Go for it.
They'll run the sneak for it. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down. That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical.
He's going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They've already converted a 4th down here in the 1st quarter, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to let it go. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Timing and better execution. That is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
9, Oklahoma, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Bowman. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown Sooners! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
First down to start the drive after the break. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Finds his big tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
And that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in it.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. To the ground with the back. Running with power.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the air. It's Hawkins. It's complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to power their way ahead. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. He unleashes a long one. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab on the right. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
He's looking to throw. Makes the grab for the 2.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's Bowman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Stands in and takes the hit. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And the Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hunt. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Sellers. Makes his connection. Lowers that shoulder and delivers the blow. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. First down for this offense. From the gun. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Pulls it in. It's Bennett. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Bowman. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop follow, get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Makes the catch. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going up top. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Let's go. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's a first down.
New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters.
Of the third quarter, with the score, South Carolina 24, Oklahoma 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Back to the air one more time. Getting some heat. This one's complete.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thompson. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Pressure coming. Forced out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. The give to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Now from inside the red zone. Trying to get to him. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Unloads to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Number 17, in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.